Okay, can you show me your whole garden?
Yeah, I'll start over here.
Yeah.
Tomato plant over here. Look at this tomato plant. This is kind of the one that I left down on the side to see how it's going to grow. Tomatoes and these ones seem to be doing pretty well. I keep finding some caterpillars. But if you look, there's always bottom end rot with some of the first ones. Some of these are rotten. So I'm waiting for them to start really ripening. Otherwise, I mean, they're fairly decent size. Not too big, not too small, but I ran out of steak even for this guy who's almost growing in. And you follow this vine right here. You just kind of follow it along. You come to see the rest of the garden, which is all over here.
It just gets bigger and bigger.
Kind of gets all over the place. So if you look, there's a couple of gourds. This vine right here, pretty sure is almost all gourd, although it's kind of intertwined. There's some pumpkin in there too. There's our yellow guy. It's still kind of growing.
That's awesome.
A little bit of green at the bottom. And then there's this guy down here. This was probably the first one that really took off. You could see that.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. It's really warty.
Thank you. And then there's some pumpkin. I think the lighter green ones are pumpkin. You can tell a little bit. There's another gourd over here. This guy is another relatively big one. You can see it gets nice and thick here.
So cool. Look how big their leaves are.
So there are bees. So I used to have to pollinate them by themselves, but if you look now, there are bees in here to do my dirty work a little bit. So these guys go in. Since there's nice big flowers, I think they've all decided. You can look down here. You can see this guy down here getting drunk on the nectar. You can see in there.
Yeah.
There's another guy who's going to come in right there. They're both going to share. So they're doing my dirty work for me. I used to pollinate on my own, but now they kind of do it for themselves. This one I'm pretty sure this is gourd. I think this is pumpkin. I'm hoping that this is pumpkin. You can see it's a little bit thicker stalk here, but it kind of went all the way up there. It kind of went to that deck. You can even see there's a little bit green on that deck that I had to rip it down because it's on the deck up there.
Trying to hook on.
So I pulled it back down. It's trying to make its way. It's curving back up again. You see it kind of loose back up. There's also there's basil right here, or basil, as the British would say. There's a bunch of goofs. Another tomato plant here. These are pretty tall, I feel like, for tomato plants. The neat thing about all this stuff is we grew it from seeds. We started it inside. Again, there's some bigger tomatoes on here, on this one. These guys are a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
They're not huge, but some of the bigger ones actually fell off because they were too big for the vine. And then down there is lavender, looks like the basil. And the sugar snap peas I think are struggling. I think it's really because it's too hot. Sugar snap peas is more of a cooler. Was more of a cooler weather plant. This is two flowers. I forget which kind of flowers they are, but just kind of gets
Your
going.
garden is.
The vines you can see are all over. And then there's red bell pepper or mixed bell peppers in here, which again haven't been doing too great. They haven't really flowered and fruited too much, but there's one little guy in here. This is my one little hope. If you look in there, you can sort of see there's one green guy in there. That's like my one hope of actually getting a pepper this entire, which is crazy because you look, it's in a tiny little pot.
Right.
And this guy, these guys are nice, big soil, all space to grow. They're nice and tall, but they're not actually producing anything.
Maybe they will. So this is cool because this is where it all started. The massive gourd vine started from there, from your little seeds.
Yeah, I started the seeds in here. Some of the other guys we started inside.
How long do you think we had the little ones inside?
I think we planted them in early April. It's now mid-July, so like May, June, July, like 3 months-ish.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff is just 3 months. Tomato plants, everything we started from seeds. The tomato plants we started from seeds inside around early April. But like the bell pepper inside early April, basil inside early April. But like all the gourds and stuff that we planted around end of April, so just about 3 months.
Right.
And as you can see there,
Yeah, 3 months. Yeah,
it'd be nice to have some more space to do this, but they're kind of encroaching in my area.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and the ones like, cause I took some of the seeds to my house, and you put the seeds here, and it's amazing how just the different dirt and actually taking care of them makes a difference.
Oh yeah, I think the soil was a big part of it. Your soil was a little more.
Rocky.
Yeah, it was like kind of what was already there. This is all potted, so it's all my soil, and I try to
Right.
water them every other day or so.
Yeah, you were good about watering them. You started to pollinate them. Yeah, you really look at those vines.
The big challenge was really when we were away on vacation and stuff, and you kind of had to. I had to plant them a different way, water them a different way with those bottles.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can't wait to see the collection of fruit you bear.
Gourds,
Gourds
where I
you
get to
bear.
hang out with the gourds on my desk instead of having to buy them.
Oh yeah, that'll be great.
I'll
for
have
your
to
new
plant
school.
some more sugar snap peas.
Yeah, they don't look too hot.
Probably early August or middle of August. That way they start growing by the cooler fall time. 'Cause that's when they really thrive.
That's awesome.
I'll plant them someplace else though, because there's a little bit of wood rot going on with this.
Wood rot. You're the master.
Whatevs.
High five.